Welcome back to another video. This is my top 10 best albums of 2021. If you guys haven't checked out my other videos, link will be down in the description down below. Before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me and subscribing and viewing all my videos. This year, I have grown a lot, so I'm very thankful. Here's to another great year. And yeah, next year I'm planning on doing more album reviews and more stuff that I don't usually do in this channel. So if you guys uh, haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance to do so. We're about to hit 2K, so that means I'm going to be doing another giveaway in a bit, probably next month. Seems like I'm about to hit 2K next month, which is good because it's the start of a whole new year. So yeah. Uh, Before I get into my list, I do want to give out some shout outs to these five albums here that if I were to do a top 20 albums of the year, these five here would take up the spots from 20 through 16. So yeah, the first one here is Silk Sonic by Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars. A great 7-track album. It's just an easy listen. Um, I think it's 7 or 9 track. I think I'm not sure, but it's a short listen and it's a good collab album. The next one is Playboy by Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez released a good album in the beginning of the year. Uh, I don't see a lot of love for this project, so definitely highly recommend you guys should check it out. Um, the next one is Six Tape 2 by Blast and Bino. Another great collab. Um, I still come back to some songs of this project, and it's definitely an album that you guys should definitely check out. Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like this one was a surprise for me, and just because I'm not a huge fan of this type of music, but it surprised me. I could see why this album um, is getting a lot of Oscar nominations and it's getting a lot of streams. Um, it's a pretty good album, honestly. Last but not least is The Off Season by J. Cole. This feels more like a mixtape to me. Although it isn't my favorite J. Cole album, it's still a good album. A lot of hits, oh, not hits, but a lot of good bangers on here that I definitely will come back to this album whenever I hit the gym. It's just a good project to listen to at the gym. I can't wait to see what J. Cole has next for us. But yeah, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the top 10. Um, these are my top 10 best albums of 2021. Uh, as always, let me know what's your top 10 best albums of 2021 are, and let's talk about it in the comments. So yeah, let's get into it. Number 10 is The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad. This album, at first, when it came out, I didn't really like it. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't really like it enough for it to be in my top 10. But once I kept on listening to it, it like grew on me, and it definitely gets played a lot, especially Claymore, Score, HB2U. There's a bunch of good songs on here that I'm definitely going to be coming back to. Coming in at number 9 is Mine is the Bullshit. Life is Great by Nascent. This is another one that when I first listened to it, I was like, it's pretty good, I guess. But once I kept on listening to it more and more, it also grew on me. It's a nice lo-fi, chill, laid-back album. So if you guys are into that type of music, then definitely check out this project. It sounds so good around the nighttime, around like midnight when you're all alone. This is a project to definitely play. Um, but yeah, number 8 is 2.5 by Amine. Amine kind of surprised us with a project this year. I wasn't expecting anything from him, but I'm glad he dropped the project, and I'm glad that he tried something new. He tried like this new sound that we haven't heard from Amine, and it worked. Honestly, it worked, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here. 2.5 is a short project; it's like 20 minutes. It's like an EP mixtape slash album. Um, and yeah, it definitely deserves to be on here. Definitely going to be spinning this a lot. Although it's not my favorite Amini project, it's probably towards the bottom. I still think it's good. And now since he released this, I really don't think Amine can never put out a bad project. Honestly, coming in at number 7 is the Melodic Blue by Baby Keem. This is another one that when I first listened to it, I wasn't a huge fan of. Although I did like songs on here like Lost Souls, 16, Scars, uh, Pink Panties, and Family Ties. But I wasn't really a huge fan of it like that. But after more and more listens, it gets catchy, and I'm really starting to see why Baby Keem is the next one up. Honestly, yeah, album is good. It deserves to be on here, and hopefully gets a vinyl pressing soon. Coming in at number 6 is Life of Don by Don Tolliver. This is one that when I first listened to it, I was happy because I wanted a good project from Don Tolliver. Um, his debut project was still good, but it was disappointing. I didn't really get much out of it. Um, and the album also wasn't my most disappointing album of 2020. So I was really hoping that Don Tolliver would release another project that um, would be something that I want from him. And he finally did with this project, Life of Don. Um, yeah, this project is everything that I wanted from Don Tolliver. I do think he could beat this project if he drops another one. But honestly, this project was good. Definitely going to be playing some songs on here for next year as well. We're down to the top 5 best albums of 2021. But before we get into the top 5, I'm going to mention my honorable mentions here. These are 5 albums that didn't make it to the top 10, but if I were to do a top 15, these albums would definitely be on here. The first one is Vince Staples' self-titled album, a good 20 track, no, 20-minute album. It gets straight to the point. We get to know more about Vince Staples. It's a good project. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to like this album this much, but I did, and I'm glad I did. Next one is Table for Two by Lucky Day. This is more like an EP than an album, but it's still a good project. Lucky Day, he put out hit after hit. I think it's only like 7 tracks, so definitely recommend checking this EP out. Um, I'm excited to see what Lucky Day has for 2022. Next album I want to talk about is If I Fell, Are We Still Cool by Patrick Page II. This is another project that I highly recommend you guys should check out. Uh, it stays on repeat. It's a good debut, and I'm definitely excited to see what Page comes out with next. Number 12 is Expensive Pain by Meek Mill. Although Meek Mill doesn't do anything different than his last project, and is definitely not better than his last project, I still enjoyed this album for what it is. There's definitely some good songs on here. There's some skippable songs, but overall, as a project, I liked it. So it definitely deserves to be mentioned in my best albums of 2021. Last but not least is Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler the Creator. This is another project that I really, really liked. Although I don't really come back to it, it's still a good project. This has pretty much everything that I like about Tyler, his rapping skills, from the sounds of Wolf, uh, Flower Boy, and Igor, all like mushed together into this project is just perfect, honestly. Well, not perfect, perfect, but it's almost perfect, near perfect, I guess. But yeah, I still get project. I just don't really come back to it, so that's why it's not in my top 10. Yeah, but let's get into it. Number 5 is Sometimes I Might Be an Introvert by Little Simps. Uh, this one I wasn't expecting it to like it this much. It's really, really is good. Like I see a lot of talk about this project, and it really deserves all the praise. It's like a 1 hour long album, but honestly, I never felt bored or anything. She always kept me on my feet. I was just paying attention to everything that she was saying. The production was amazing. Everything about this is so good. Definitely need to cop the vinyl for sure. Coming in at number four, I actually have here is Deadpan Love by Cautious Clay. Let me put this on the screen. Amazing project. This one is also another project that I listened to this year. I think I heard Cautious Clay before, but I never really paid too much attention to him. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to him now. This project, holy shit, was a great project. If you guys haven't checked out the project, it's amazing. It's like a 12-track album, I think, or 14-track album. But it's honestly, there's like no skippable songs on here. It's like a 30-minute album, but I never felt bored or anything. I think the concept was well done. Definitely gonna be playing this. I think I want to say I played this album the most during the summer. So yeah, it definitely deserves to be in the top five. Coming in at number three, I actually do own on CD, but not on vinyl yet, is Punk by Young Thug. This project here is so fucking good. I would say it's one of his best projects, although a lot of people might disagree. I think it's well done, honestly. Although there is some skippable songs on here, like Icy Ha, um, that one song with Travis Scott and Drake is skippable. Um, But overall, as a project, I did like that Young Doug tried to be more introspective and tried to let us know who he really is and how he feels. I like that about Young Doug, and hopefully he continues to do that with his newer projects and stuff. I always like when Young Thug uses his voice as an instrument, and that's one of the reasons why I like Punk a lot, because he definitely uses his voice as an instrument a lot more here. Um, there's a reason why "Beautiful Thugger Girls" is my favorite album of Young Thug. This album gives me a lot of "Beautiful Thugger Girls" vibes. So coming in at number two is Prom by Tory Lanez. This one got released just this month, and honestly, it's a project that I don't really see myself get bored of it. It's a project that I'm definitely going to be playing on repeat. It's an easy listen. That's what I like about these projects. That a lot of these are easy listens, and this one is no exception to it. I like that Tory Lanez tried to switch up his sound, do more of a 80s vibe. A lot of people say that he copied the weekend, but I wasn't really thinking about the weekend when he dropped this project or when I was listening to it. I only noticed it when a lot of people tried to mention it. And I'm like, I guess he probably got inspired by the weekend. But I wouldn't say he copied him because this album does not sound nothing like After Hours. Uh, it's a good project and hopefully it comes out on vinyl. Coming in at number one, I feel like it's no surprise. There's a reason why I'm wearing just a plain black shirt because number one, Kanye West by Donda. What can I say that already hasn't been said? I love the whole story arc from jail all the way to come to life into No Child Left Behind. Plus, the album rollout was something that we're all going to remember in 5 years, 10 years. We're all going to be talking about, oh, do you remember when Kanye West dropped Donda? Hell yeah, I do. He fucking did listening parties at stadiums. What other artist can do that? He really set the bar for album rollouts. Nobody this year had a better album rollout than Kanye West. And that's just facts. Like, you may not agree with Donda being number one, being the best album of 2021, but we all can agree that he had the best album rollout of 2021. But yeah, this album just, I can't get bored of it, honestly. This album is gonna be one that we're all going to come back to in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Uh, Songs like Moon, Come to Life, beautiful tracks. Uh, Remote Control, Gel. What other artists does songs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody does that. Come to life, something that I probably never heard from another artist in this like genre, honestly. Yeah, Donda, Kanye West, definitely gonna be buying the CD, vinyl, cassette, if it ever gets released on physical media. But I guess we'll see. We'll find out. 2022. I'm excited to see what other albums come out. Um, yeah, stay tuned for my most anticipated albums of 2022. Until next time, peace out.